our show? Yeah. You guys are going to love this next comedian. He's got such a bright personality, so naturally funny. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to stage Chad Brannon!
Thank God I'm a country boy. Hey, y'all. How you doing, Icehouse? Everybody doing good tonight? Hey, I was thinking about, since the fact that you fine folks missed the Oscars tonight, I'm assuming none of us got nominated. I thought I'd give us a little feel of being there. So, Ahmed, keep my wife's name out your mouth. Come let me slap you a little bit. You might hear I got a little bit of an accent. Yo, I grew up in Alabama. I'm from a little small town called Addison. 598 people. Oh, that number hasn't fluctuated in decades. That's mainly because every time a woman has a baby, a man leaves town. True story. I got out without a baby. So church is really big in a small town. That's really part of the center of the town. I was raised very strict Pentecostal. If you don't know what that is, that's running the aisle, speaking in tongues. That's no music, that's no movies. Pretty much anything that's fun is sin. You guys, we weren't even allowed to swim with the opposite sex unless they were part of your immediate family. I grew up at church camp with 9-foot walls around the pool. They put this confused little gay boy with only boys. Later in life, I learned that the Lord really meets our needs when we need Him, don't we? Come on, saints tonight. Yes. They thought they were protecting us. What they really did is they took me to my first gay pool party. Pentecostal Pride Week. Let's go. Yeah. You know, we sang hymns at church growing up. Two of my favorites was like Blessed Assurance and Heaven's Jubilee. Y'all, I went to a church in West Hollywood. It must have been a little woke because all they sang was he hymns. I love that joke, and if you don't get it, on the way home, I hope you burst out in laughter. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So, you know, small town Christians, oftentimes trying to find ways, loopholes to avoid sin. You guys might know the baby Jesus don't like gossip. But the church people where I'm from has found a way to punk the Almighty. It's not gossip if you call it a prayer request. Pray for Jenny and Mark. Mark is sleeping with that girl down at the Dairy Queen again. Pray for Beth and Brandy. Their oldest son's on the old meth again. They say don't go up and talk to him if you see him. He'll scare him. They say he looks like a possum in the Dollar Tree. They get really vicious when they say, pray for Sister Marjorie. Did you taste what she brought to the church potluck? Yeah. These people think they really punk the Almighty. They really should be singing just a little talk with Jesus. What they end up doing is going to tell it on the mountain. You know, I got married 5 weeks ago. Yeah. Oh, it gets better. I married a really hot Brazilian. Yeah. You know, when we were dating, we were trying to get to know each other's cultures, and we did things like, he took me to Brazilian steakhouse, and we ate all the you-could-eat meat. And then it was time for me to share my culture with him. I'm not kidding. We went to the Cracker Barrel and had all you-could-eat biscuits. And he loved it. I thought he was in the bathroom. I went to the car waiting on him. Y'all, 20 minutes later, he came out. He went shopping in the gift shop. Yeah. So I converted me a Cracker Barrel guy. It's really weird being married. I'm an only child, and I've always lived alone. So having a man in my house is very different. I love it. I truly do love it. But there's some things I'm having to get used to. Like, I go into my kitchen very often, and there'll be a Brita water pitcher sitting on my counter empty. I think this man thinks a fairy comes along and fills this pitcher and puts it in the refrigerator. Some of you might be thinking a fairy does fill it up. I'm the fairy. I'm the fairy, guys. Yeah. So I went to Alabama for a couple weeks at Christmas. And during that time is when my now husband moved into my place. And it was really important to me that he felt welcome. I was like, you know, just anything you need. Move anything, change anything. Apparently this is the one time he understood my English. Because when I came home from Alabama, I thought I checked into an Airbnb that I've never seen before. I don't recognize my home anymore, y'all. He moved everything. Now our fun little wedding game that we've been playing for 3 months every day is, where the fuck is my... I look for hammers, I look for measuring cups. He knows where everything's at, but it's not in the place where it goes. But I love him, so it's okay. It's okay. Here's the thing, guys. I'm 50. He just turned 28. I wasn't looking for young. He's not bothered by the age at all. It's me that struggles with the age. Y'all, my mother-in-law is 5 years younger than me. I don't have a punchline. I just think about that a lot. Yeah, for real. Next week's the anniversary of my dad passing. He's not your dad. But thank you for that. No, we weren't that close. We didn't have anything in common. But I was kind of reflecting on it, and I thought, maybe what we had in common was gambling. Dad loved to gamble. Now, I don't gamble. Dad loved poker, though. Now, I never played poker, but sister, I spent decades gambling with STDs. Dad put it all in on roulette. I risked it all with a guy named Kyle down an alley where I should have asked more questions. Dad always put it all in on black. I often let black put it all in on me. Thank you, guys. My name is Chad Brannon, and I sure do appreciate you listening to me.
Chad Brannon! I actually met Chad in this alleyway. I told him my name was Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, Chad. Also, Chad got married in class. He got married in class. And then we fucked up his wedding certificate. Don't get married in comedy class. Yeah.